Howdy folks, how you doing today? My name's Carsten and I'm a ranger with Edwin B. Forsythe National Wildlife Refuge, operating under the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service of the Department of the Interior. Today I'm coming at you with the Atlantic County Utilities Authority to bring you a message about biodiversity and conservation in coastal New Jersey. What I treasure and what we treasure here at Edwin B. Forsythe National Wildlife Refuge is biodiversity, conservation, and a love of the outdoors. You'd be hard-pressed to think that these plants can survive in a salty and marshy environment like this one. But in reality, these plants actually thrive off of the salty air, the salty water, and the peat growing right under our feet. What you're seeing is Phragmites. Phragmites are an invasive species that was brought here from Australia during the colonial age. It was most likely brought over in ballast from under ships, and then spread like that. Phragmites are an incredibly difficult species to get rid of, so you'll probably see them along most of our marshy environments here along the Jersey Shore. They're so common, in fact, that they're actually called the common reed. So another thing that you'll find a lot here in our marshes, and in fact most of the green out here behind me, is Spartina grasses. The genus Spartina and various other species that make up their coastal grasses here in marshes in New Jersey are responsible for anchoring the marsh in its place. You'll actually even find that marshes are one of the best barriers against hurricanes and rising sea level that we have here. They form effective barriers along the coast to prevent damage further inland. When the forest meets the marsh, it creates a beautiful edge habitat here that is essential for most of our wildlife to inhabit this space effectively. Speaking of forests, we have an amazing example right here of eastern red cedar. Eastern red cedar is one of my favorite trees. If you're especially lucky, you'll see groves of Atlantic white cedar, which are disappearing rapidly from New Jersey. In fact, due to sea level rise and construction of inlets along the Jersey Shore and the barrier islands over almost a century ago, we've been seeing Atlantic white cedars and their habitats disappear from New Jersey. In fact, driving along the Garden State Parkway or going and visiting marshes along the Jersey coast, you'll be able to see snags of Atlantic white cedar that are just these white husks of trees standing in standing water. These fossils have been here for over 80 years now. What we can do here at Edwin B. Forsythe is preserve all of this habitat for wildlife for the future generations to enjoy. Such as the osprey nests here behind me that we put up this acres of marsh that provides essential habitat to birds, fish, crustaceans, you name it. We have an incredibly diverse population of wildlife here at the Jersey Shore. Whether it's white-tailed deer grazing in the woods, or species of gulls inhabiting their natural habitat of the beach. Diamondback terrapins or painted turtles sunbathing along the water's edge. You might even get lucky enough when you're out enjoying our Jersey Shore beaches to see aquatic mammals such as bottlenose dolphins and humpback whales, if you're being very observant. Here at Edwin B. Forsythe, we specialize in providing critical, needed habitat for migratory birds. Birds such as the red-winged blackbird, or our state bird of New Jersey, the American goldfinch, to fierce fishhawks and raptors, or the peregrine falcon, to not even forgetting our endangered shorebirds that you'd see on the beach, our protected beaches, such as Holgate and Little Beach, including the piping plovers and black skimmers. New Jersey's birds that migrate fly along the Atlantic Flyway. This is an essential place for them to rest, feed, and for navigation. I hope that if you're still interested in natural lands and public lands, to come visit us at Edwin B. Forsythe in Oceanville. We have a lot to show you. Stay cool.